Hi back again. Um, we reduct the words of house 2 that we built at the start of this Mega Tutorial series. You see we have 30,000 words for that house. That is too much. So we have to reduct them. So we start. I make your screencast keys on. You see all what I type now or click with the mouse. I get the house, Shift D, duplicate M to move, fourth layer. Then we go to the fourth layer, that is the base mesh for the house itself, and we look what is too much, what we can get away. You see all these stripes here are words that make no sense. So because of that, we mark them all and X dissolve edges. That here must be textured later new. That is correct. So then we try it here too. Nobody can say that goes or goes not. That is only try what goes and what not. Dissolve edges was good. Don't worry about the texturing. That comes later from the original model, not from this model. X dissolve edges. That here is only later the rough, absolutely basic model. And that is the reason why we do that all here. It should have less word as possible. Good. That we can dissolve. But each one must have a connection to the outer or to another part of the house, so that we can't cut, then we have a problem later. Good. Wow. That are too many. So we'll try to get that here away and let them only that street here. Then I can take that here away, because he can go through that or through that. X dissolve edges. So they're connected by here, so that is unneeded. Good, that here too. So that are very less than before. So here we can do the same. That here can go. He has his connection from the cutting holes to the outside about this length, so all other can go. Dissolve edges. So we have here a connection to the outside that goes every time about the holes. The holes must have a connection to an outer side. That is the point. So here we can get this all away. Normally you don't must see here the texture, so you can go to solid mode and you have it easier to understand. That we don't need. Oh, here he say he needed, so we'll add it. Okay. Don't know why, but okay. So we delete that, dissolve that, so we have less words, and here the complete thing we can dissolve. That was one too much. Max, dissolve edges, yes. And it's the same mesh, that is that's why we do it. It's the same mesh. Why should it have so much words when it can have the half of them? That makes no sense. And it looks like the other one. So here I think we can get here the whole main line here. Yes. And this we don't need to. Yes. So that only one cut brings all together there. That is enough. Good. Good. So here must have a look later. Can we delete them or them? I think that one. Or we can get this both. Yeah. Okay. So now we have a minimum. No, here that is too much. So X delete dissolve edges. That's here overall. That are all words. And we need less words as possible to make it later for a game. Good. So that stands on the bottom, so only faces, one left. And here we have the same, we can dissolve this edges there. Here on the top. Some too. Only need it when it is there, this type, then you can't dissolve them, then it's straight. But in the straight ones, sure you can dissolve these edges. Good, I think that is really the base mesh. And it has now 210. That is a good value. File save. The only thing what we must do here, we must close all windows and doors, because there comes texture on. So the face count will now get a little bit higher, but that's the way. Okay, so that's it. Try to dissolve No, there is nothing to dissolve anymore. Good, so we have a void count of 210. Not very good, but good enough. We call it house 2, 11, optimized 1. Good, we have done that. We now get back to first layer and take you to the roof and move them to the fourth layer. So we have here this one. Here I see we have here bevel and such. We don't need bevel there really. So we want to dissolve all that we don't need. That means we only take one of these many strips there, and that is enough. So we can get that away. So we have only that left. That here is absolutely unneeded. I don't know what it exactly is. So we can delete them. Wow, it's connected with them. Okay, but what is that? Very mystery, but we will find out it. Good. Here's the same. We dissolve that unneeded things there. Here too. And this connections, only one is needed. Normally this one, this, and that we can dissolve. Also that line we must connect with the house later. To join that together. So what we have now here, that is too much here, so we go one stage deeper. We dissolve that parts here too. This means that too, and that too. All this stuff there, and all that stuff, so that we have really basic mesh. No special shit there. Good. Here we want to have the same. We only want to have one, nothing more. So we dissolve that here. That around the whole house. Only need one cut, not the beveled one. So here we only have 1, 2. So we delete all the rest there. Shouldn't be there. Okay. Here only the last one stands. So that is unneeded. That is unneeded. Good. That looks better. Clear and clean. Good, we go on. Sure, you say why we built it with bevel when we now killed the bevel. That it gives high poly objects and gives low poly objects, and you must decide what you will do with the model. Will you make it for game? Will you make it for an animation? Will you make it for such other? And each one of them needs another base structure there. So we have to do the downside and the top again, so we get this whole thing M to move to the 5th layer. So we can look from down there and we see what we got there. Too many stuff there. So X dissolve edges. I think there's only one plane now. And this plane is too much, so X only faces, so that is open. And here must be walls against them. It must be complete closed. So we simply delete, in this case, the edges there. X delete edges. Now we have here open stuff, so that we can mark that and extrude to the back and F to close. That we make with all. That is important for the texturing later. And only when you get their face you can bring a texture on it. So what is with the roof there? That looks very mystery. Made it simple. We get here all this middle stuff and delete that. Bang. That is left. That we need not. So we can delete it. X delete words. That was too much. So we must look what we can delete. That, the tier 2, that 2, and that. Only one left here. Okay. Same we do on the other side. So that was that one. And here that stuff and that one. Good. Here it's unneeded synth. Must look exactly. Yeah, normally we can merge them. So we click first them, then that. Go to tools and say merge at last. So one word is left, and that we make with all. Merge at last. It's then one word for each window less. Not many, you mean, but when you have 1,000 windows, you have 1,000 words. And that all this optimizing is important because in a game one scene, one picture, 1 second, one frame can only work with 20,000 words. And so you must count. You have cars, and you have people, and you have houses and other stuff, and trees, and that all together in one scene, one frame, cannot be greater as 20,000. Then you get problems. So that is why we do this shit here. We make it high poly, that it looks good. Then we render that whole stuff and get this high rendered graphic on a low poly model. That's the way to let it look like good. And it is low. So that is fake, simply fake. Good. Then we can close up here that whole shit. So I have to close that. I have to close that, and that is a real base mesh. 66 words. File, save. M to move to the second layer. Not to the second layer. To the fourth layer. M fourth. So now we see that are not completely at the same station there. So we get now both and join them together as one. And now we see here the words don't fit. So we have to get them fitting. So we take this one and say merge at last. Then the same here on the side. Merge at last. On the other side too. So that we have one object only. So we have that, but when you look now from front, you will see the rest here doesn't fit with them. So we simply take here with border selection and background selection that here and bring that to fit with. We scale x0. So we have straight line and bring that in float. Same we do there. Scale x0 and bring it in float. Now we have here real clean mesh. That is good for word count. Only thing that nerves me is this outstanding part here. Must look what I can do there. So I look from side. Yeah. Then we get here edit mode. Word selection. I must get that here completely more to the side that it fits there. So that means we only have to circle select, get this part and bring that in float. That's better. Yes. So we can go back. That is the base mesh in this case now, 272. That is a good value for now. but the rest we have to do. So we go back to first layer. So what we miss here, wow, we haven't first. Ooh, that's bad. Good, bad. We need here this one, this, and the down parts there. That is all that we miss on the other side there. So Shift D and move it to the fourth layer. So we have it there. And now we check them. PS Battle and such more. That is too much. So we simply take here one side and Control P, Shift D before, now Control P, only P, so sorry for that. Separate the selection. Now we can delete them, and that stands. So we can select all, E to extrude, bring them there, then A to select all, U unwrap, Q projection, go in our UV image editor, get here scale to that it fits, and then we have that, and that has 8 words, and that here has 64 words. So Shift D, place it down over there. Good. I think we can go here into, so that one, that is really low poly, only the down face we can only words get back here. But he should only that look out. Good. That one. That here is unneeded. So we take that and that, dissolve that. That's good. We must see it from behind. And this here is unneeded. That here too. That here too. Good. Here is one less, so dissolve birds. Here I think is one too, dissolve birds. And here is one, dissolve word. Okay. That looks better. Here is one, dissolve words. Here we have two. Control Z to go back. This word is needed. I don't know why. This one we can dissolve. So we dissolve this edge. And then we have it. Okay. Good. That is good. So we go here back to the house. And this here should be turned, but that makes no sense now because we put later another texture on it. So file, save. This one's have 328. That is too much. So we delete them complete. and we have optimized a house where the same things are on. So we go to that project. I think that was, I must look. The house where we did that was Big Mansion optimized. So we open that optimized Big Mansion. File, open Big Mansion optimized. And there we have that here, and that is the optimized form of that what we have there. So Control D. Don't know how that works. Better is separated before. So P, separate the selection. Now it's a little bit easier, yeah. Control C to copy. We can close that here. And Control V to plug it here in. Look from front. Get here. Set the origin to geometry. Scale up. Then rotate set 90. Rotate set 180. Then bring it here onto scale up. Bring it down under. That was it. Don't worry about the texture. I told you before that will all be cleaned later. So file, save. I think, I don't know that high is correctly, or it must be a little bit more down. So I look again at my St.Michel folder, where we have this house here. Yeah, it should be on the top. Okay, then it's okay. Then we'll let it like it is and join that all together. So that is now one house with 500 words. There are 1000, I don't know why. We will see. We go in edit mode, marked all, recalculate them, and then we can also remove doubles here. 2 was too much. Then we go in object mode, and there we have an option. I must look where it is. I don't find it, so we try it again. In edit mode with mark all, clean up, delete losers. Nothing. That is very good. So we all in all have 1000. I ask me why we have 1000. That is too much normally for that what we have there. Good, this one has a lot, but not that much, or 599. That is too much. $99 is okay. 1300. When I delete that, then 300. That's the number. So I delete one of them. There are more than one. I thought such. $900. That is too much. Remove doubles, nothing. Where comes this high count? Don't see anything here that is special and needs so much. New unwrap. 900. Wow. Good, we accept it as it is. We take here Control Z to go back. Now we have that 1000. Only with this shit there. That can't be true. $100 of 200. 200 of 200. They have 200. Wow. Luxus. Good shit on it. Take them and ready. Rotate set 90, rotate set 180, scale up. Yeah, that is not my best deal here I ever done. Normally that is too much, yeah, for a house, 1000. For a house like that, there's nothing special. Good, but forget it. We join that together as one. So we have 1300. Isn't it cool? Sure. Good. I have no other chance. So, then we're ready. We go back to first layer. We have here back tower. It's only an instance, so he must be on another layer. Here he isn't. There. I don't see him. Well. He is no instance. That's only that. Okay. So. Control C to copy. Third layer, fourth layer. Control V to plug in, and edit mode to check them. So we have that and that. We can dissolve. These down faces are needed, so only faces. Then I take the whole tower. front and look from the back. That here is unneeded. So delete that, and that here we delete too. And that here too. So we have a minimum that we can reach here. No, that here we bring up simply. Good. Done that, that is optimized to 1300. That's too much, but okay. F to close. Then we join that all together. Good. Set wireframe mode. Maybe we see some that doesn't come through that or with that or something else. I don't understand really why that are so much. Okay, but it is like it is. We can't do anything else. I think they're double, so that one is under the other or so. And I see that here isn't absolutely straight, so scale x0. Test with to get here one word and get them away. To see it is the only one word there, or there are more than one. No, looks correct. Good, then it is like it is. We'll add it. File, save as, optimized 2 version. Good, so we have to make a photo from this first one, but you see I was too fast with killing the roof there. So I have to open that in another second Blender version. So I get here this house 2 again. And there is all in. But that here is too less for sure, so we delete them and get them from the new version. The last one. Control C to copy. Go in the older one. Control V to place in. Then we go here to first layer, and we have here the original, and we have on the other side the original. So file, save as. We save that now as the optimized 3 version. Optimized 3. Good. So we need now to render here the high poly one. But before we do it, I have seen on that here no rooms behind that. So for that we import such. Add mesh plane. We make plane, rotate x 90, scale down, and bring here a picture of a room in the background. So the room should be scale x, such like that. Then edit mode, U unwrap from U bounds. Material, new material, call it inside one. Give here an emission shader. then we must plug the inside from our texture folder. You must search that on Google or else, or there are so much, and get two pictures, copy them, and bring them in our texture folder from Saint-Michel, and paste them there. Okay. Now we go back to our third one, that one here, and say the emission should be an image. Open up, it should be in our texture folder, and the name is that one here. Or was it that one? I don't know. Just look. I think it was that one. Yes, bring that in the back so it can, yeah, come true. Shift D, make a copy of that, bring them out. There we take another picture, so we delete that material and give you a new material inside 2. Give here an emission 2, say it should be an image. Open up texture folder, and take that here. Good. That we bring into the back. Not that, but we have more of them, or what? No. Good. That here. So file, save, and I make a preview render. Yeah, now that looks like there is some in the back, but here is the same. That is a little bit mystery. Set. That is this part 2, but I wanted there these chairs. Oh, okay. So now preview render. No, it's on both. That's not really. Yeah, okay, forget it, we'll add it. Good. So that is what we have here. Front view. What is here? There's no texture on. Why? Or is the texture on? There is texture on, but it shows black. Okay, that's Blender. File, save. Good. We now need to render that whole house with the camera in an orthographic view. So we take here orthographic, we go with N in the panel, we delete here all those values to 0, except that X should be 90 degrees, and then we have a front look of this house. 0 numpad to go camera view. Here scale set to zoom on. We have the resolution that is too high, that is the HD. So we give here in render 1024 to 1024. We go back to camera, zoom on. That's it. Good. We render that by pressing F12. So that has rendered. That is the front. So image save as, we call it house to front. Is a JPEG, okay. Then we have to do it from all the sides, so we go out of the cam, numpad 0, then bring them behind the house, rotate set 180, so we look from the back to the house, numpad 0 to see that there, F12 to render. Oh, stop. Here we see there is a turned face. So we have to go in here and rotate 90 and scale it. Maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah. Okay, then render again. And save as image, and we call this house 2 dot the back sure. JPEG save. Then we need the left and the right side, so we take the cam, rotate set 90, so we have the left side, then position it, camera view, grab Y and F12 to render. Image save as, that is left, save. Then we go to the other side, so simply plug them on the other side, rotate set 180, and you look from the right side. So we render again, but we don't need them normally because there's another house on the side, so don't worry. Save as right. Good. We have done that all. That was the original model with 31,000. Here we have our model with 1,300. File, save. Now we need to unwrap that. So that means we take here face selection and select all faces from the front. So only front faces are marked, no other ones. But you see, this he can't get because we do it from view. So we have to mark that by hand. Same as here. all faces that goes to the front we must mark now. That means also this ones. Good. So then we unwrap from view. Then we give here a new material. So that means we can delete all other stuff there. Delete all the materials. They are all in the RAM. That is much in the RAM. And you see it here, it goes less and less and less from the RAM, from the memory. That is good. We can't not take so much memory for such. So make a new material and call it, that is the front, yeah. So we call it house to front. Then we say it should be in principal shader, it should have a high roughness, should be an image, and we open up that. It is our texture folder. No, it is the house 2 folder. And there we take house 2 front. That is it. We open up that here. So house front. Oh, that was big mention. We only need that what we make here. House 2 front. That is it. Edit mode. So we see here this UV, scale that up, grab it and position it correctly. You must look here that you grab it and move it as long as you see that really fits with them what you do there. A little bit different. It can be the scaling here, I see. So scale Y and scale X. Yeah, that fits perfectly. So we have done the front. Don't wonder about that stripes. That is when we look from left or right. But the front view is done. That looks good. So file save. Now we make the backside. That is on numpad control 1. That's the back. There we need a material plus new house to back. Get here this principal shader, high roughness. Take this texture that we made, the back part, house to back JPEG. Now we must mark again. Be sure that that isn't on, so you marked only here the fronts, not on the back side. So we have to select here the whole things. Don't forget he can't only mark the first of them, not the behind. And they we should mark manually then. So it means that window thing here, that here, and I must look what else. here this smoker. And the rest is okay because it's the back side. Okay, so we have it. View unwrap from view. So we say house 2 should it be. Assign that. We kick that here, that is the front. So X. We open up here the back. Back, there is it. Now we scale up here and position it that it fits. That was it. Back side done as the front side. Good. So now file save as. We take a new version number. It's 4 in my case. So we look now from the, I must look by myself, the right side. Okay, it's numpad 3 on the numpad. Then that here without them, important, on the right sides. But now we must here go with this here to each of the windows there. They are from that view, so you must get them with. Okay, that looks good. Here the same. Good. Then you unwrap from view. Make here new material. Call it house right. And give them here this principal shader. Image. Open our texture folder right. Say assign that. Then give them a higher roughness in the principal shader. Then we simply scale them up, but here is the back one, so X, and we bring here the right side view. So that's here. And now we scale them up and position them, and then all should be fine. That doesn't fit there. So we have them maybe a little problem with. So I try to get them without the other. So only get that here and grab that to hit that. And so we have it also. Good. We have done the right side too. Here's an arrow. We must look that later. File, save. Then we get control numpad 3. That is the left side. We have that. Then edit mode A to deselect all before, then get sure that are on, and we take here this view, and now we have to get here all the faces that influenced by that direction. So good, that was it, I think. So then that doesn't was it here not marked with, so we have to do it manually. should, but that's Blender. Okay, from view, unwrap. Then we kick here the right side and open up here in the history folder the left side. We don't have a left side because we have no material with left side. Okay, so plus new house left. Should be an principal shader, should have a high roughness, it should be an image, open up, and it should be the left side. Then we can open here up the left side. Then we can scale up that and position it that it fits. You see, we have to assign here, and we see this smoker doesn't work really, so we again must take them manually and grab them to position. But now he's there. Good. See, here's some error. Must look what that is, where it is. It's here and should be there over. Don't know why it is there, but we grab it there and scale it up. Then we have that. Now it's there. Here that must be a little bit more there. Then we have no black something there. Here, don't know what that is. That is the back side. Okay, so we look at the back side. Looks normally, but that doesn't look normally. So from view, we have that has to be there. So scale up, grab it, position it. Something is wrong there. I think that is the wrong material given for this. That is the house bag you need there. So now that's correctly. Here you can tweak to get it all correctly. Oh, here we have it on front too. That's house left. That is wrong. This is the front. So we have to get here the front. And UV from view, grabbing, scaling, and positioning by grabbing. Better. So you can tweak that all that you get perfect line up with this whole stuff there. For me that isn't so important. Don't know why, but who cares? Good, I will look here at the right one. Yeah, it's a little bit too great there, so scale X simply, and then that is gone. You can make it with them here too. So Get that, scale X, done. That is with all them, yeah. Don't worry, be happy. And do nothing that I don't do. Wasn't joke. Scale Y. So, what's that here? Bad news or what? View from view, scale down, grab it, position it. Thanks a lot. But it is not front, that here is the left side. Good. See here little arrows overall that you must all change. That here must be from the left side too. So left sign doesn't work any because you have to view unwrap from view. Now it works. So you can do it also with the down parts there. You can take them all from the top. So we can say that here all this stuff there that is from top or down, it's the same. There. Here. Now you search there. We look from top. So numpad 7. You unwrap from view. And then you simply say here maybe right. House right. Sign. Grab it here. Then you have always the stones there. And now you can scale them. And have then all over stones. Good, but I think that looks good for a house with 1300 words. File, save, we have done that. Thanks a lot for watching, we see you in the next tutorial. Thanks a lot for watching, bye.